The Lord bless you. You are welcome to the Rapture Daily Devotional. By God's grace, we are continuing our teaching series, Managing and Overcoming Trials of Life, and this is part 22. Our text this day is from the book of Job, chapter 22. And we saw Eliphaz reply to Job. What Eliphaz said, when you read through it, he has a point. He's correct, but the point is that he mixed something. The case that Eliphaz was addressing here is a case of somebody, a believer who is living in sin. A believer who, he mentioned, those who don't care for the needy, all those things. He mentioned them, how calamity befall the sinning people. He mentioned all those things. Yes. Now, I keep saying this. In this teaching, we must understand clearly the difference between the affliction of the righteous and the difference between the chastisement of the backsliders. Now, the case that Eliphaz was referring to was a case of a backslider whom God is chastising, and it was completely different from the case of Job. So we have established that truth in previous teaching, that the case of Job is a case of his trial of life, the devil organizing affliction against the righteous. That must be understood. Then in this is context of Eliphaz, for a backslider, for somebody who's living in prodigality. In our urge, he says, submit to the Lord, then you have peace, then you have prosperity. That is very, very true. Submit to the Lord. Those who are, as you are listening to this series of teaching, examine yourself very well. Where are you standing? Are you standing upright, or you are living in sin? If you are living in sin, what you are passing through is not affliction of the righteous. It's not trial of life. It is a chastisement of prodigality. And you need to, do something quickly, which is what that is 25 talk about submitting to the Lord. Then verse 26 talk about what? Talks about returning to the Lord, so that there can be peace, there can be safety, there can be prosperity. You pray, God will answer. You pray for people, God answers. So he mentioned those things. Those are, we're talking about this morning, magnificent benefit. There are so many benefits. It's so beneficial. It's so profitable, to actually return to the Lord. So the call this morning is a call for us to examine ourselves. And if you know that you are living in sin, that you have soiled your hands, and then you are passing trials of life, we said it's chastisement. So quickly turn to the Lord, which is what Job chapter 22 verse 25 to 29 emphasize the benefit that follows when a people or when an individual return to the Lord. So by this message this morning, the Lord is calling backsliders, is calling Christian living iniquity to what? To turn away from their evil way and turn to him and return to him. So the Lord is calling you back. You know yourself very well. He's calling back. You know how you started your Christian race. You used to be a holiness sister. You remember those days when you started, when you don't used to wear jewelries, when you don't used to do makeups. You remember those days? You don't used to wear, trousers, but look at how you have become now. So you are a backslider. I've seen a lot of people. They will tell you that they came from the apostolic background, from CAC, Christ apostolic background, from apostolic faith background. They came from deeper life. They are from so church. But today they've returned to their vomits. So those are the people that the Lord is calling. And when you look at our nation generally, what our nation is passing through generally is actually a chastisement. The Lord is not happy with the Nigerian church, just like he's not happy with the churches in many places, and therefore he allowed the enemy to win. He used the enemy to koboko us, just like he used the Babylon to koboko, to chastise the people of Judah. You know how terrible their experience was. So let's, as a nation, let's turn away from corruption, let's turn away from bribery, let's turn away from all kind of immoral life that is ravaging our nation, from kidnapping, from Yahoo and all these evil things that is prevalent today, cheating to pass exam, all those things, they are so common in this country. And if we can heed to the voice of the Lord this morning and truly return to the Lord, I know definitely the Lord himself will begin to show us his mercies. Returning to the Lord. So please take your time to read. You will see the benefit. When you return to the Lord, your life take a U-turn. Look at the prodigal son. When immediately came to the father, what happened? A fat, cattle was killed to celebrate and rejoice. So when children of God who backslide, when they return back to the Lord, a lot, heaven rejoice. So you can make heaven happy by turning away from that your sinful way and turning to the Lord. And as I pray for you this morning, that the grace for you to turn away from every evil way you are living in, to turn to the Lord, receive that grace in the name of Jesus. And I pray for you that as you obey and turn to the Lord Himself, will open the heaven over you, and it shall be well with you. The Lord bless you. Shalom, 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 and God bless you. Thank you, and God bless you. Don't forget to, like, share, subscribe, and make sure that this message, go to people that all your platforms, so that somebody somewhere need this kind of message. The Lord bless you. I remain your brother, Ojochenemi Gospel National Restoration Program. Shalom, and God bless.